have more control and more influence if they're going somewhere, okay?
Okay.
So he needs to walk like he's marching, not like he's strolling. Yeah, that walk. And the thing you got to remember is you might be old. Remember, I'm older, so I don't really think you are old. And you might be an amateur. Are you an amateur?
Yes.
But despite all those things you have that you think are working against you, you are this horse's trainer.
Right.
Okay? So the entire time you are on his back, you are doing the training. And everything we do while we're on their back is training. It's either good training or bad training, but all of it is training. So when you get on, you need to do a walk that you would like to have in your toolbox. You follow me?
Yes.
Not a walk that is actually not a good walk. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, if he feels too hot when you get on to be able to maintain that, perhaps you would go directly to the trot.
Okay.
Some horses settle in better at the trot than they do the walk because we can give them a job easier. He doesn't strike me that way, but he could have days like that. I don't know, okay? Okay, so those days you might, or maybe you put him on the lunge line for a couple minutes or whatever. But if you walk him in a little, what I would call tight walk with short reins, that, if I were the horse you were riding doing that, I would be like, oh my God, she thinks there's a mountain lion in the trees. I need to be worried. You follow me?
Yeah.
So when you're riding, you have to think like a horse, not a human. Thinking like a human is of no value on the back of a horse. You have to start thinking like a horse. And you want to be the herd leader. And he actually wants you to be the herd leader. Most horses do not want to be the herd leader. It is not a responsibility that any of them really like. Okay?
Right.
But if you don't take on that role, then he will feel he has to take on that role because that's their instinct. Okay?
Okay.
And the more you lack confidence, the more you have to act like you've got it all under control. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that your body language coming through to him is like, dude, let's do it. Let's have a good time. Okay?
Okay.
So now while I've been talking to you and distracting you, his walk has improved quite a bit. Still could be bigger, but I'll accept this for the warm-up walk.
Okay.
So really think about that from the minute you get on, okay? It's actually even comes through in the groundwork. It's the same the whole time we're with them. You let them walk on top of us on the ground, they walk on top of us when we're trying to ride. Good. Now I'm going to ask a question, and I do not want you to assume it's because you're doing anything wrong. That is not the only reason I ask questions. It's so that I can try to find out where you are with your knowledge. Would you, if I weren't here and we weren't talking, would you be walking this long in your warm-up in this walk and doing these circles and things that you've been doing?
Yes.
Good answer. I'm
That's
really
what I do.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you were very confident in that answer. Because I would be too. Because I think it's really important to give them enough time at the walk to get warmed up a little bit. And I also like the fact you're kind of spending a lot of time down here, which you could adjust because you can hear me at the other end.
It's true. Can you hear me? Is this a two-way?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'll put
Oh, I
like
didn't
that.
tell you that. I'm sorry. I didn't tell you that. Yes, I can hear you. You have a mic also. It's just shorter than my mic, so it doesn't stick you in the face while you're riding. Yes, I can hear you at the other end. So I also like that you've been doing some circles and you've changed direction. You haven't just been going around on the rail and blah, 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 blah. Okay? I like your walk warm up so far is what I'm trying to get at. I would probably be on a looser rein, but could ride him on a loose rein, but that's also me, not you, okay? So you have to ride what you're comfortable as long as it's in all the categories of being incorrect. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the walk you started in was not in any of those categories.
Okay.
This walk is. Does that make sense?
It does.
So now you know that just because I ask a question doesn't mean it's always a trick question. I teach judges and I ask them a question, they always assume they're wrong. And it's like, no, I'm just trying to find out what you're thinking. Yeah, good. And then you can even throw in a little bit of baby leg yield with it too if you want. Good. Good. Ah, now you've got them more connected, huh? So you are helping him warm his body up, but you're also starting to get a little bit of influence in terms of him being in the connection so that hopefully when we go to the trot, it will make your life easier. I'm liking all of that. Just try not to tilt your head and stare at his inside eyeball. There you go. I realize he has a very pretty eye, but you have to look at it later. Where are you looking? Now you've done that circle in that part of the arena 5 times. So I like the circles and I like the bending, but don't get stuck like the needle on the record, okay? That's your fault. You told me you were old, so I know you're old enough to know what that is. That's the first thing she said to me. I said, tell me about you.
said?
Yeah, I said, tell me about yourself. She said, well, first of all, I'm old.
What are you
I'm
saying about the
53.
rest of
And
us?
she says, I'm 53. And I'm like, well, I'm older than you are, so now tell me something of value. That's the very first thing she said to me. She didn't even tell me her name. She just told me she's old.
I'm wanting mercy.
So then I said, well, I'm older, so now you have to tell me something of value. All right, so don't get stuck in one place, all right? Move around in your warm-up a little more than you did there. The walk is super what you did, but unless you think he's going to be stupid at one end or something, move around a little bit more than you did, okay? Oh my God, he's adorable. You can't overdo the walk. The only way you can overdo the walk is because you just don't have time, but I actually, with all of my horses, I do what I call a yoga day, where the whole ride is at the walk.
Yeah, I usually do quite a bit of at the walk, like just some more lateral, like shoulder in, punches in.
That's my yoga day. I go all the way up the ladder.
And I find when I have time for it, the rest of everything goes so much
I
better.
know, it's awesome, isn't it?
I got reamed at my USDF certification for walking the horse to death, quote unquote. I had a hot upside down horse, and I was like just walking until I felt like I had some trust, and
I
they
was
just
certified
reamed me.
in 19,
Oh
there's a video on, never mind.
It's safe.
Good. Good. Super. Super. Yes. Very good. Yeah, a little bit tweak on your outside ring finger. Just a little bit of, when he's just not quite letting go, just take your outside ring finger and press it into the palm of your hand, okay? And like right now would be a time I would do that. Somebody came up out of the woods. Good. Good. Yeah, bigger trot. Trot on. Relax your arms. Circle. Now you're stuck on the track. I don't like your trot warm-up. There you go. Do your circles like you did at the walk, and do serpentine. Do a little baby leg yield. Make the circles big so that you are getting him laterally warmed up also. Does that make sense? Good there. That's nice. That's nice. And then just make the first leg, except I would have leg yielded the other way.
Okay.
When you first start your leg yield, always leg yield away from the inside leg, okay?
Come in, Pam. Yeah.
I would have done that one out.
About 15
Now turn
minutes.
down the center line. Turn down the center line. Focus on the work. Focus on the work. So he'll focus on the work. Now leg yield over to the left, towards 8. Leg yield over towards 8. Keep them parallel. Keep them straight. Yes. Now go straight. Good. Now turn on the center line. Turn on the center line, hands down. Relax, breathing. You can talk to him, but don't say, "You're fine." Okay? Good. Good. Yes. Super. Good boy. Now serpentine of 3 loops. Keep him busy. Keep his attention on you. Bend him off your left leg. Exactly. Now bend him off your right leg. Good. Super. Very good. Now bend him off your left leg. That's the way. Good. Now turn on the far quarter line and leg yield over towards K, as in Christi. Get my own letter in the dressage arena. Yeah. Yeah. Super. Excellent. So if he's distracted and that makes you worried, put him to work, okay? Doesn't have to be hard work, but give him something to think about. Because the more you just stay on the track, it's the way easier it is for him to come up with something to think about. You follow me?
Exactly.
Yeah. Good. Very nice. Little bit bigger trot, not faster, just a little bit bigger. Good. That's it. Super. Very pretty trot there. I feel him let go.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Bend, bend, push him away from the leg, push him away from the leg. Yes. Super. Oh my God, he's adorable. Do that one again, and then when you get to the middle loop, really, really push him off your left leg. And if he doesn't give in and move his rib cage over, then do a 10-meter circle to the left and push him out as you do. Push him out. Push him out. Yes, that's better. There you go. Feel it? Yeah. Good. And now turn a little bit, maybe on the far quarter line, and leg yield towards the rail again. Look up. Good. And now push him over. Yes. Beautiful. Really nice. Really nice.